Hello guys, today I'll be reviewing the newly launched DAC from Muse HIfi, the Muse HIfi M4. Muse HIfi is a new hi-fi brand who has launched quite a few dongle DACs in the past and also launched a few IEMs. The last dongle DAC was the M3, which was rated quite high by other reviewers. The M4 looks absolutely stunning in this transparent cover over here. It's an eye catcher for sure. The front and glass are made out of glass. The front and back is made out of glass and the entire chassis is made out of aluminium. The review will be a bit different from my usual reviews as it won't be following any particular format. Rather, I'll talk about the specs and the physical appearance a bit and then talk about the DAC in general and how it sounds. I'll be showing the relative pictures on the screen when talking about the controls of this DAC. So yeah, before I start, I would like to say a big thanks to Ho-Kago for sending me this review unit, but all the thoughts and opinions you're about to hear are my own. So let's start this review. So yeah, so inside the box there is nothing. There is just the M4 and the USB-C cable and the instruction manual, and that's it. What I find that is it comes only with a C to A cable. Sadly, there isn't any case or any clip case nor a C to C cable inside the box. These are all additional purchases. While I can understand the case being an additional purchase, it is really weird that the C to C cable isn't inside the box, which I generally find with other dongle DACs. I would have liked if they had provided me a clip-on case like the FIO BTR5, a C to C cable and a C to A plug rather than this cable and not a case inside the box. What makes M4 more exciting is it has all the terminations you might need: 2.5, 4.4 and 3.5. Below the terminations is an omnidirectional mic which works in Bluetooth mode but not in wired mode. Also, the M4 supports headset controls and also supports a mic of the headset. That is, when a mic is enabled in an IEM, it will prioritize the mic of the IEM rather than the mic of the M4, which is quite a nice feature in my opinion. Also, it has Qualcomm QCC5125 chipset which supports Bluetooth 5.1. The codec support is LDAC, aptX HD, aptX low latency, aptX adaptive, AAC and SBC. Hey guys, this is a test of the Muse HIfi M4 microphone. The Bluetooth dongle is just in front of my mouth. So this is how it sounds when it is in front of my mouth. The microphone test of the Muse HIfi M4 when it is on the table and it is about 20 cm away from my mouth and I am speaking in the same volume. So this is how it sounds. I would have preferred Bluetooth 5.4 or at least Bluetooth 5.3 in 2023 as Qualcomm has already launched the relative Bluetooth chip for them in the market. The M4 also has SCC, which is Intelligent Smart Switching Architecture, basically meaning that the M4 tries to match the same output when in Bluetooth as in wired mode. I personally found the gap to be a lot less apparent when compared to my FIO BTR5, so I do think it works as intended, but there is still a difference in sound when compared to wired and Bluetooth mode, with the wired being a bit better. It also has the ESS ES9038Q2M DAC and the amp used is ES9603Q and it supports up to 384K sampling, DSD256 and up to MK8X unfolding in USB-C DAC mode. The power output is about 160 milliwatts in 3.5 and 320 milliwatts in 4.4 and 2.5. It weighs around 73 grams. In the front, it has two blinking LEDs on the left and right, which blinks during the boot to show the volume level, and there is also memory for the volume level. Those two LEDs turns blue when switching to high gain mode and they stay red when in normal gain. Also, when switching the filters, these LEDs blink one time for the first filters and two times for the second filter and so on and so forth when you cycle between its 7 filters. The Bluetooth shaped LED, which is on the bottom over here, blinks when the device is connected and nothing is playing, and it stops blinking when something is playing. On the back, it has an NFC which can be used to pair the device over here, and granted you have an NFC capable device. On the bottom there are two USB ports where is one in meant for charging and the other is meant for using it in the wired mode. When in wired mode, the M4 conserve battery pulls 20% of its power from the device and 80% of its power from the internal battery, which is rated at 1100 mAh. Although I personally love this operation, what I would also like to additional to this is there is an option to charge the smartphone via the additional USB-C port when I'm connected to and use the M4, or use the M4 in unwired mode, pulling the power from the smartphone or the laptop rather than using its own internal battery. Sadly, it doesn't support that. Above the two USB ports is the charging indicator, which will turn red when charging and turn blue when it is fully charged. In the wired mode, for some reason, for me, any C to C cable didn't work, which I had. I had to use this cable supplied inside the box itself with an OTG adapter, which was a bit weird. I don't know if it's a problem only to me, but I have checked around 5 to 6 cables and that's what was happening to me. I can charge the M4 separately when it is connected in wired mode. On the left side, there is a sampling rate light, which lights as shown in the screen now. So you can please do pause it and read it. The sampling lights are only shown in wired mode and not in Bluetooth mode. Below the sampling LED, the power button functions as play pause button and also accepts and rejects the call by single press. But these do not work when connected in wired mode, as I said before. There is also a gain switch below the power button and the volume, and it has 60 steps of volume. On the right side, there is a reset button which can be used as a SIM ejector, which can be used with a SIM ejector pin to reset the entire M4's Bluetooth settings. Below that is a next and previous button which doesn't support fast forward or rewind. Also in wired mode, the play, pause, next and previous track controls doesn't work, but the filter change and the mute button does work. Below that is the volume down and volume down button. Long pressing the volume up button mutes it, and long pressing the volume down button toggles between the 7 filters. And yes, these functions do work in wired mode too, along with Bluetooth. I personally didn't find any difference between the 7 existing filters, but I did feel that the 4th filter sounded a bit good with vocals and sounded a tad bit warm. Maybe a placebo effect, I'm not sure, but in my entire testing was done with that 4th filter. While it is hard to tell how a DAC sounds, but when aiming with other sources, I did find the M4 to be a bit clean, neutral, with a pinch of warmness on it, which sounds really good when out and about. I paired my entire collection with the M4. What surprised me was the KZ caster with a 4.4mm cable. It sounded really good and it rounded that KZ caster sound, and the bass of the KZ caster hit really hard. Pairing it with the IEM like Penon Fan 2 was also really good. It had the same coherence which I love from the Fan 2, and also the soundstage seemed quite apt over here. With the 7Hz Timeless A, it sounded really good and it kept that planar bass which I really love, and also the planar shimmer which I really love. It had ample power to drive it even in 3.5mm, and with the Muse HIfi M4 and the 7Hz Timeless A, they made a really good pair in my opinion. It got around 7 hours of battery life when using a Moondrop Chu2 via the 3.5mm in Bluetooth mode, and the volume being around 30%. There was no audible noise floor I saw across in Bluetooth or the wired mode. It has a signal to noise ratio of 118 dB via the 3.5mm and 115 via the 2.5 and 4.4. The M4, although really pocketable, is a bit large in my opinion than its competitor like the FiiO BTR5. Also, I would have loved to have a shirt clip inside the box with it so that I could use it when I'm out and clip it on my shirt. But this doesn't have that. Being a Bluetooth device, I think so it should have had that. The transparent glass front looks fantastic, but it makes me a bit scared handling daily, especially when any type of case is not included inside the box. I think so overall the M4 is a really nice device, and it's like a Swiss Army knife of dongle DACs. I really like the features it has and also the sound it produces. If it could fix and add some features I mentioned, it would probably make it even better. Don't get me wrong, even with its flaws, I think so this is still my pick around the $100 price point if you want a Bluetooth dongle DAC. A small screen to let me know which filters I have selected and which volumes level I am at would have been really nice, as all these things are done by blinking of the LEDs, which is a bit hard to notice. I think so overall the M4 is a really nice device, and it's like a Swiss army of dongle DACs. It does everything. I really like the features it has and also the sound it produces with other IEMs. If it could fix and add some features I mentioned, it would probably make it even better. Don't get me wrong, even with its few flaws, this is still my pick for around the $100 price point for a dongle DAC, especially if you want a Bluetooth. That was my review of the M4. I hope you like my review. I'm exactly someone who would use this device on the go for daily. I really love the versatility it offers, but if it could fix a few problems or at least give a clip-on case, I think so this would be an even better device. So that was my review. I'm a small reviewer. I would really appreciate if you could like the video, subscribe to my channel, as subscribing to my channel is a great way of supporting me, and it helps me makes this video and helps me bring more review to you guys. Also 93% of my viewers aren't subscribed to my channel. I would really appreciate it if you could. So yeah, thanks for stopping by and watching my video. I hope you have a great day. Bye.